Shabbat Shalom, Congregation Beth Sholom. My name is Adam Lowy. I am the Lifelong Learning Moreh Derech, and it's my honor to have the chance to be a part of this week's Take Home Torah. It's something unique about this week's Take Home Torah. There's actually no parsha this week. This week we are here to speak about Sukkot. I hope that you can see the Sukkah behind me that Alan and Harry are so passionately and diligently creating for our community. I purposely chose to do this recording at this time because I wanted you to see that this was happening here. The construction of a sukkah is a beautiful thing. And it's something that I've always been a part of since my time in San Francisco because of a good friend of mine named Mickey. Mickey has built a sukkah, I believe, for 26 years each year while he's lived in the Bay Area. For many of those years, he had a home in the Mission on about 18th and Valencia, right across the street from the Women's Building. And for people who know the Mission, it's not necessarily the cleanest, most glistening part of the city. And especially when you took a look at Mickey's backyard and you got there by walking through, kind of the alleyway underneath the house where the garbage cans were and other things that were not very festive or clean. And you would have to walk through that space to get to where he created the sukkah. And while Mickey prepared for Sukkot, there was inevitably always the story of finding schach. And as you can see, they're putting up the schach behind us right now. And Mickey always had some sort of ridiculous adventure. It might include climbing up a tree right by Dolores Park with a saw in the middle of the night trying to grab some schach. It maybe included a neighbor or somebody that he walked by, and he would ring their doorbell, knock on their door and explain Sukkot and ask, can I have some schach? Because I need it for my hut, for my festival hut. It often included even driving down to the cemeteries in Daly City and again explaining to the people there what he needed and could he have some of the palm fronds that are on their property. And then if he would spend a couple days, and I would often be a part of the actual construction of the sukkah, of putting the woods together, of laying the walls with special fabrics, and then slowly, the intention that Mickey put into his construction of the sukkah was evident. Because from that kind of space that nobody ever spent time in throughout the year, walking past the garbage cans, walking past trash, and whatever else might be there, you would find yourself in another world. You would enter his sukkah, and it was like magic. It was majestic, and it brought a sense of awe and wonder. You would take off your shoes, and you would find your comfortable spot, and you would sit down, and you would know that the next 3, 4, 5 hours were going to be amazing. You knew that it was going to be intentional, that Mickey's kavanah was going to come through in every morsel of food that you put in your mouth, from his homemade challah to his 7-species salad that was celebrating and acknowledging the 7 species, the biblical foods that kind of represented Israel and the land of Israel. And there would be stories told, and there would be jokes, and you would be meeting these people that somehow, I felt like I knew Mickey really well, but somehow there would always be people I'd never met before in his sukkah. There was me, and there was his other friend Steve, and his other friend Ben, and we were always kind of the 3 pillars of the process of the Sukkot experience. But then every year he brought in these new people that I didn't know and that were amazing people, and just added again to this notion for Mickey of this value that's really important about Hachnasat Orchim, about welcoming guests, and to using Sukkot as an opportunity to gather, as an opportunity to teach and learn, and there's an opportunity to look within. And here we are this year at Sukkot, and it's different than it's ever been because we can't come here together to gather. So how are you going to create the intention? How are you going to show your kavanah? Again, I purposely wanted Harry and Alan to be building in the background because these two men have incredible kavanah. This process that they're going through is fully present, they're intentional, and the other beautiful translation of the word kavanah is purpose. They realize their purpose right now. This is happening not just for Alan and Harry, this is happening for us, for the Beth Sholom community. True, we're not all going to be able to come here. True, we're not going to be able to all shev b'sukkah and eat in the sukkah together and celebrate. However, the symbolism is here. Alan and Harry are doing that for us. So I ask you to think about, how are you going to express your connection to this holiday? How are you going to create a sense of kavanah and a sense of purpose? And just like all things during these high holy days, I need to tell you that Beth Sholom has got you covered. Even though we can't all come here, there are some opportunities. You can sign up on our webpage to come and visit the sukkah with a few friends. You can participate in 4 amazing, cool HaMoed events. There's a Monday night, October 5th evening with Ushpazin that Dale Kleisley and I will be hosting. You will get to meet incredible ancestors and people of our past that evening, all virtually beaming out of the Beth Sholom Sukkah. On Tuesday morning, you can have morning minyan as well for Sukkot. On Wednesday evening, Dale and I will continue the festivities beaming live outside of the Sukkah here at Beth Sholom, and it's going to be the Sukkot Supper Trivia Slam. You get together with your family, your household members, or you can come solo and be ready to earn the Sukkot Trivia Slam crown. Who is going to be dubbed the one who knows the most at Beth Sholom this year? And on Thursday morning, there's prayer and parsha, all for Sukkot. And I task you this year to think about how are you going to find the joy? How are you going to celebrate the bounty? Because you put in the time from Rosh Hashanah to Yom Kippur. You looked inward, you asked for forgiveness, and now is this time for Sukkot to acknowledge that truthfully everything is temporary, and the symbolic space, this hut behind us that Alan and Harry is creating, is a temporary one. And it's a symbol that really all things are temporary. And that regardless of the temporary kind of fashion of all things, how are you showing kavanah? How are you being intentional? And I ask you to figure out how you're going to welcome guests into your space, how you're going to encourage them to celebrate, and how we are going to build community at a time when we can't physically be together. So I wish you a Chag Sukkot Sameach. I hope that you will be able to join some of the events that we're offering virtually. It's all on the website, so please check it out. A cool HaMoed. Please register for the evening with Ushpazin. Please register for the Sukkot Supper Trivia Slam. And Shabbat Shalom. I hope that you get to see the full moon, because no matter what, Sukkot's here. When that full moon rises above the city and the bay and throughout the world, it's Erev Sukkot, and it's time to celebrate. And it's time to enjoy and indulge. And I hope you get a chance to shake a lulav and to smell an etrog, and to really honor yourself, honor your community, and honor our ability to build a sukkah Thanks, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. And I'll see you around Beth Shalom.